What the hell's going on, everybody? Right. So apparently this is supposed to be live. Still trying to find a for sure link. Okay, the information we put out last night in the show was that near the end of the show, I think it was Craft Set said, "Oh, it's a different time." See, it's weird how the media always puts out inaccurate information. Well, it's not even weird. It's just what it is. They always put out inaccurate information first. All right, so the plane landed at 1:35. And then at, I think it was 2:01, probably it landed, you get out of your seat, takes 15 minutes to get up, get out, probably got near her baggage. And then what's weird to me, though, is there's just too much time between 1:35. So she texted her parents at 2:01, her mom, and said, "Hey, I landed." But then she takes a lift at 2:42, right? So did it take that long to get her luggage? Or, it seems like she almost would have her luggage by 2:01 or 2:10. So you've got this, there's a tremendous amount of time between 2:01 when she texted her mom and getting on that lift vehicle at 2:42. Okay, now I think it's weird. I actually altered the route that I had on the show yesterday because I had it kind of winding around here. But if you look at this is about where Lyft would probably pick you up if you go to street. You can't see it right now. Let me get to that screen just a second. All right, so here's the airport, and Lyft would probably be inside of here. This is like a typical airport. So somewhere in here, she picked up Lyft at 2:42. It just seems like that's a lot of time. There's a big gap in there. So apparently, it sounds like they have surveillance footage of her at the airport, and maybe that's what we'll be seeing today. Okay, so that drive, it took from 2:42 at that time of night. It's a little quicker drive. There's still a bunch of lights. She got to the park at 2:59, and then apparently she got out of the vehicle, the Lyft vehicle, and went to another vehicle. But the police said yesterday in a press conference that they're not sure she actually got in the vehicle, which is interesting. And apparently the surveillance cameras at the park weren't working. But they're currently reviewing surveillance footage from other surrounding areas. They're trying to verify. See, that's exactly what we were saying yesterday. They're trying to verify the type of vehicle and the driver. So, let's see if I got the right channel here. Hold on. I'm trying to find an actual live for this.
Assistant Chief Doubt.
Is this right now? Is this going on right this minute, or no? That's old. Okay.
We do not have reason to doubt.
Okay, so it could be on this channel. I'm trying to see if it's on KSL5, right? So if anybody has a link they know that the press conference is going to be on, put it into the chat. Okay, thanks. No problem, Cassie. Yeah, doesn't that seem like a big gap to be sitting around? Lyft drivers are there like in minutes, 2 minutes. They're all over the place. So that's a long time. I can't imagine, the plane landing at 1:35. I'm not sure when they say lands, does that mean when it pulls up to the gate at 1:35? But let's say it lands, it gets people unload the plane even by 2 o'clock. Well, by then, all the stuff should be in the carousel going around, all the luggage. If she even had that much luggage, maybe she just had carry-on. So it seems like there's a good 30 minutes of time that was used doing something else. Right, it's 2 Mountain Time, which is 1 o'clock. That's in 10 minutes. Right? It's an hour ahead. So the press conference is in... Right, in really just... It actually should be in 8 minutes from now. Where'd that link go, Amber? Now, if it's not live, if it's just recorded, I guess I'll come back on later and play it, but it should be live. Let's see. I'm going to see if people have responded to my request. Wrong group there. Nobody. All right. Well, I think ABC4 Utah on Facebook might have it. I do have their page here. I just don't know if... yeah. And by the way, I was chatting with Randy, and he says a lot of people are attacking his channel, Randy Gravitz, regarding the Delphi case. Just don't... Listen, Randy's done a great job of keeping that case talked about for all these years. So even if you don't agree with what he's saying and you think some of the stuff is way out there, you don't need to say anything on his channel, okay? Yeah, let's see. We don't need to be like the other ones. Well, I don't even know if they're from my channel. I'm just putting it out there. He has viewers on his channel that are constantly bashing me every time I show up, but that's just the way it is when you're a YouTuber. A lot of idiots out there. No, 2 o'clock is 2 o'clock Mountain Time is 1 o'clock Pacific Time. Okay. No, they're in Utah. Now, if that's not right, like there's something going wrong. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock is 2 o'clock Mountain Time. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. Like right now, it's almost 4 o'clock in New York. Okay? In Utah, I can just type it in on the screen for you guys. Look, wow. What time is it in Salt Lake City? It's 1:54. Okay, do you see that on the screen? It shouldn't be that confusing, everybody. It's not confusing. It's 1:54. That means in 6 minutes, they're having the press conference. Oh, boy. I'm about ready to play the Pac-Man death sound in about 2 seconds, if you guys keep going with the time thing. Yes, finally, 35,000. That was a kind of a slow, but it drops every time I do a live, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're below 35 by the time this sucker's over. All right, let's see. Is this a live feed right here? Life stirred up?
That update scheduled for about 2 hours from now, 2 p.m. And that is when
Right.
Salt Lake police are expected to update.
So this is an older article. Yeah, 2 p.m. Well, it's reality. Everybody's typing in, oh, it's 4, it's 6, it's 7, it's 9, it's 27, it's 30, Well, it can't be 27, Gray. How dare you say 27? Because there's only 24 time zones. Yes, it's 2 p.m. Utah time, Salt Lake City. In 6 minutes it'll be, or now in 4 minutes it'll be 2 o'clock. Do I have to say it again? How many times do I have to say it? All right, let's see. This is it. Here we go. Thank you. And that's used for white balance. Don't try to read what's on it. It's just a white sheet of paper.
We're about 5 minutes out. We just want to get an idea of who all is here. So if everyone
Yeah, this is my dry sense of humor, okay? Some people hate it, some people like it. But see, I'm right. It's happening in 3 minutes. Thanks, Barbara Smith. Yes, 2,000 views. There she got the alien dancing on the screen.
2,000 views, more for you.
who else? No windows here. Division. SLC TV. Right?
Yeah, it's a big story, really big story all of a sudden. Everybody's... Fox News is there. They've been talking about it the last day or so. But
Okay, does anybody else need a mic check? Are we all good?
all right, here we go. Thanks for putting that link in there, by the way. I don't know what her status is, but I think it's compared to typical cases, there's a better chance she's still alive just based on all the circumstances. But the things like not taking the flight, her pet, and not taking her midterms are concerning. Those don't seem like things that she would just sort of, forget it. But she did have all of her luggage with her and everything she would need, basically. So but I don't know why she chose to go there. That's the thing. Why did she choose to go to that park at that time of night when she could easily have the person pick them up at the airport? So it seems like it was kind of a clandestine type meeting. What she was doing there, we don't know. There's a lot of wild speculation out there, but we don't know. So I might have to boost the audio up here. I don't know.
Bring a Wi-Fi. We didn't set it up.
Yes, but I cover all kinds of cases on this channel. And if you'd like to join in where we actually figure things out, we map everything out, we discuss reasonable theories based on the facts presented, not the wild crap that you see on a lot of Facebook posts, then please subscribe to the channel. If you're into conspiracy theory, whack job theories, do not subscribe. You'll be part of one of my purge nights where I say, please unsubscribe. All right. See if we can get this sucker down below 35 again.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. I am Christina Judd. I'm the Public Relations Director for the Salt Lake City Police Department. Thank you for being here today for our update on the search for Mackenzie Lueck. This is, again, an open and dynamic case, and as the investigation continues, the facts may change. We will work to continue updating you publicly and are here to do that today. First of all comments today are on the record and can be attributable to Chief Doubt. Please silence the ringers on your cell phones at this time, and I turn the time over to Chief Doubt.
Thank you for being here. I'm Assistant Chief Tim Doubt. That is T-I-M-D-O-U-B-T.
What am I hurrying up about? It's right here.
Salt Lake City Police Department. I'd like to update you on the status of our search for Mackenzie. Again, I will not be releasing all the details of the investigation due to the fact that this is an open and active case. At this time, we cannot confirm the make and model of the vehicle that picked up Mackenzie or the description of the person at Hatch Park on June 17th. The description we have is vague. It could have been a male or a female. We've exhausted all avenues of determining that information and want to ask this person to please call us. In response to some of the questions we received yesterday, we have a still photo pulled from the airport surveillance cameras showing Mackenzie during the time she spent in the airport after her flight landed. Going by the timestamps on the video, she deplaned at 2:09 a.m. and got into the lift at 2:40 a.m. Over the course of
there, she got her
approximately
luggage.
31
There you
minutes,
go.
Mackenzie walked from the jetway to catch the lift with a quick stop to pick up her luggage. She did not appear to talk to anyone in the airport. She had on a small black backpack and was carrying a large blue purse or bag, then picked up a brown rolling suitcase, some describe as suede. This is the last known footage we have of her and shows what she was wearing that day. We were asked yesterday about prior interactions with Mackenzie. We did check that Salt Lake City Police Department has had 3 previous interactions with Mackenzie. Those interactions consisted of a moving violation in 2015, an assault a year ago, and found property 6 months ago. There is no indication that any of these interactions are connected with her disappearance, and all of those cases are resolved. She has not made any contact with the Salt Lake City Police Department since she picked up her found property in January 2019. After discussions with her family and friends, we see no indication that she has gone off the grid before. This kind of behavior is uncharacteristic for her, according to them. In regards to her online activities, we are aware of this aspect and continue to look into all facets of her life for leads to her disappearance. We continue to use our whole toolkit of investigative tools to uncover information and follow the leads that are generated. We will continue to update the public if it does not endanger Mackenzie or the case. Since we opened the dedicated tip line yesterday, we received over 125 tips, and we encourage those with information to continue to call. I would like to say again, Mackenzie, in the case you just want to be left alone, please let us know you are safe. We continue to staff the tip line for this case, and we're asking for anyone with information on the possible whereabouts of Mackenzie to please call 801-799-4420. We encourage the public to help us answer these lingering questions, such as who is the person she met in Hatch Park? Does Mackenzie have an alternate phone that she has used in the past or is using? Does she have social media accounts that we don't know about? Is anyone in contact with Mackenzie online currently or within the last week? Our detectives continue working around the clock on this case, and finding Mackenzie remains a very high priority for us. Chief Brown spoke with the family this morning and let them know that we're committed to finding her. I would like to thank all the officers on our staff who have done phenomenal work on this case, from the initial officer who took an amazing report, to those out canvassing neighborhoods and following leads, many on their days off and after hours. Chief Brown and I are proud of the women and men of the police department and the level of the devotion they have demonstrated to the Lueck family. Again, we're asking anyone with information to please contact us and I'll now take a few questions.
Chief, is there any indication that she was harmed in any way or anything happened to her at this point?
Again, we don't have any evidence to suggest any foul play, but just the lack of this being in her character, we are concerned.
Are you at the point now that you can serve warrants on her phone to find out who she texted, who she
We have served many warrants.
be searching on her phone?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Chief, can you clarify?
Well, of course.
Cameras in that car, because we can see two cameras there, and signs saying they're under surveillance. Were those cameras not working, or what?
All I can tell you is I saw a tweet last night from North Salt Lake that said they weren't working.
Okay.
You say online activities. What do you mean by online activities?
Any kind of social media accounts, any kind of dating accounts, things like that.
Well, you've asked twice now about secret phones, secret social media accounts. Do you have an indication? I mean, the insinuation is that perhaps she was leading some sort of double life. Is that kind of where this is going?
We don't have any indication of that. We're just we want to make sure that we're covering all of our bases.
Yeah. So if you make a comment like, she's a sugar baby, your comment will be deleted. We don't know yet, okay?
We have video from her getting off the plane through the video surveillance system at the airport.
If you say you think she might be, then that's all right.
From the time she deplaned to the time she got into the
And no contact with anyone there. Did she use her phone?
I don't know about
23 years
her
old.
phone, but I don't believe she did not talk to anybody.
But she was in baggage claim because she had checked bag.
Yes.
So there is an app that appears to show a profile, and it appears to show activity on June 16th, which is the last night, or right before she was last seen. What can you tell us about that? I mean, that is out there. Are you looking into this?
We are looking into any of the social media accounts, any of those digital accounts. We are looking into those.
Do you believe she had a dating account, or have you verified that?
I'm not going to get into that.
Is there any information that you think needs to be quashed?
I don't know if she's an only child.
No, I think we've covered everything.
I'll take one more question.
One of some of her friends have publicly said that she was dating several people, that she was dating interested in older men. Is that part of the investigation as well?
We're aware of that, and we're following up on all of those leads.
Have you talked to anybody that she was dating?
I'm not going to get into any of that.
Thank you for coming today. We will now have Julianne Colley read a prepared statement from the family. She will not be accepting any questions.
Yeah, I mean, you can say you think it might be this or that, but if you say, she's a call girl, just like that, or something like that, forget it.
Coverage regarding Mackenzie's case and disappearance. Her immediate family wishes to indicate that the official media representatives for the Lueck family are the Salt Lake City Police Department. Please direct any requests for media contact or statements from the family representatives to the Salt Lake City Police Department. If you have any knowledge, tips, or information surrounding Mackenzie's disappearance or whereabouts, her family urges you to contact the Salt Lake City Police Department. Tip line at 801-799-4420.
So that was Julianne, Juliana, Colley, Cawley. So she's a friend of Mackenzie's, and she has been in close contact with the family. We appreciate everybody being here today and helping us get this information out. We, again, are committed to finding Mackenzie and determining her whereabouts. Please follow us on Twitter and our other social media platforms. At this time, we do not foresee the Assistant Chief giving another update, but we will provide PIO updates as we have them. If there is a major break in the case, however, we will have another press conference. Thank you for coming today.
Is the FBI assisting with their
We have
resources?
contacted the FBI, yes.
You gonna be releasing those photos?
Yes, so we tweeted out the photos. They are on our social media right now. If you need them in a different format, we can accommodate that.
Can you tell us whether or not the family?
Sorry, her.
Have you talked to people that were on the plane with her? Was there any?
Our detectives have followed every lead that they have received and have done an exhaustive search.
What about the search warrant?
How could the car not be on some sort of surveillance somewhere?
Our detectives are following up on all of the search warrants and anything that they uncover. I don't know that. Okay. The PIOs will be available for any clarifying questions that you have. Thank you.
All right, well, that's about it there, huh? And we can go back and watch some of that stuff a little bit later. I don't really know if, I mean, it sounds like they don't really have much information. They did kind of clarify the stuff at the airport, but it's still, she said something, they said something like she was walking around for 31 minutes and then got her luggage. But it's still, I don't know, man. It doesn't take an hour. You get off a plane, you go get your baggage. It doesn't take that long. I mean, it takes within 20 minutes for your baggage to show up. I mean, not every single time. Let's be honest. But it's also late at night, so there isn't really a ton of traffic going on. So the baggage should have been there quickly. So I think there's still some time that's missing, but I don't know how relevant that would be. She should. The part that's just crazy is that you get off a plane, you've got this big bag of luggage, you're just kind of wearing travel clothes, you know, something comfortable, you're not really dressed like you're going partying or anything, and you literally, instead of having Lyft drive you the same distance to your own house, which, so if you look at this right here, this is the setup right here. Her house is right there. It's literally almost exactly the same distance from the airport to her house as it is from the airport to the park. Okay, so why didn't she just get a ride home? Drop off her suitcase and then go meet somebody. It seems like it's intentional in a way. I mean, obviously she went there intentionally. But why did she go there also with a full luggage? I mean, that is a lot of luggage right there. I mean, it's a huge bag. She's got, you know, all of her ID, everything's with her. And then she decides to drive up to Hatch Park, gets out of the car, and then apparently is heading, you know, about to get into another car, but apparently that wasn't witnessed by the Lyft driver. Yeah, I mean, so the Lyft driver, for me, even though they pretty much cleared him because they've interviewed the people he picked up immediately after that. So where would she be? Now, maybe they need to check the Lyft drive. But again, she gets into the car at 2:42 and then makes it to the park at 2:59. So there isn't a lot of time to be killing and disposing of a body if you're the Lyft driver. You see? And then he goes and picks up other people after that. I don't know. It feels like the Lyft driver is cleared. They seem to be saying that, the police, so we don't know. But that drive time is about right. 2:42 to 2:59, that's the drive time because of the lights and so forth. And it's not really a high speed area. It's kind of a, and we can take a look at it. But I think this is maybe a freeway, or not there. Hold on. So this is a highway here, it looks like, for part of it. And what I do is I put in the quickest route. You type in on Google Maps, this is the route that they have you go on. So you have some of this area here, driving through kind of a neighborhood here. I'm not sure why they didn't have on the route to get onto the freeway. Well, it looks like it's hard to get onto that freeway. This is an overpass. So the nearest place to get onto the freeway is up here. And that's why they have it do that. And it kind of winds around and then ends up at a park over here. So maybe the 17 minutes at that time of night is slow. I don't know. It does look like most of it's on a freeway or highway. So there you have it. Lands at 1:35. Texts her mom at 2:01. Picks up her luggage. You first see her walking without her luggage. And then, I guess they said something like 31 minutes later, she then grabs her luggage. And then she's on a lift at 2:42. But when they say 31 minutes later, is that 31 minutes after they land, or is it 31 minutes after the call to her mom? Okay. So she texted her mom at 2:01, gets into a lift at 2:42, and then at 2:59 is dropped off at this park over here. Now, police are also wondering if she has a second phone that she uses for other things. See, a lot of their wording here does suggest there might be something to do with the, quote, dating app, that kind of thing. But what I'm not going to allow people to do is say, oh, yes, she's a call girl. If you think she is, you can say, well, I think she might be this because I saw this, 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 and this. Okay? Don't make claims that you don't have backed up by facts that are proven. All right? We don't do that shit on this channel. All right? So if you make a comment like that, it'll just get removed if I see it. Hopefully, if other people see it that are moderators, remove those same comments. Yeah, I think they need to get the FBI in here now, to be honest with you. They are so much better at tracking data than police seem to be. I mean, it's just get them in there right now and have them do what they do. Whatever the hell that thing is that they do, where they can track where somebody went. It's amazing. So, anyways, that is the live for now. You guys have any thoughts that you want me to read out? Yeah, they should have already had the FBI in here. The fact that they can't verify that, the thing is, look at that park, where that park is located. You get off the freeway, there isn't going to be a lot of surveillance just sort of in this area. And then you get off and you go to this park, and then you leave and you're back onto a freeway again. So it's not like if the park was over here, you'd have all these homes that could have potentially picked it up. Right? But the park's right on the edge of a freeway. So that works at the disadvantage to law enforcement. Yeah. Hey, what was the link again? Can you give me the link again to the press conference that we just watched? I know it was up there, but I don't know where it is. Nope, don't see it. Whoever that was that put the link in there. She had a pretty big, really nice, big size bag of luggage, which seems larger than you would need maybe just to go to a funeral, right? But I know women tend to pack their entire closet when they go on a 2-day trip. Oh, Gray, you're so mean. No, that's just reality. Let's see. That's exactly right. You overpack. Anybody denying that, you're full of crap, all right? Does anybody have that link that we were just looking at? Guess not. All right, everybody. That's it for the live right now. Was that what it was? KUTV? Okay, let's see. Just want to make sure that I have that. I'm going to record it separately so that I have just the live uninterrupted. I don't see it.
Every 10 minutes, good morning.
Yeah, I don't see the live. Maybe it's not posted yet, but we did record it. I'll have to go back and watch it. All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up for the quick live on the press conference. And thank you, Barbara Smith and Norma Thomas, for the super chats. I appreciate it. And that's it. And until next time, everybody, be safe out there.